back in 1963, 64. We're living in Alice. We're a normal family. And anyway, the welfare lady come along just out of the blue with a little mini miner. So I was 7. And she said, would you like to go on a holiday? We didn't know what the word holiday meant. Every day was a holiday for us.
Dennis Kunoth's holiday turned out to be a one-way ticket to Darwin.
We thought, oh, we might be going home soon, like next month or whatever. Was sort of somehow crossed my mind. But it ended up being 13 years.
Dennis says living in the children's home was unbearable. So at the age of 14, he simply walked out.
I'm the eldest out of 7 of us kids, and to watch your brother and sister get flogged with a blooming cane till they're black and blue and couldn't do anything and you're helpless to do anything, that bloody bites you right where it hurts. I got rebellious and I threatened. I said, I'm bloody getting out of this place. And they said, no, you aren't, and we'll track you down, we'll get the police and all that. I said, you get the bloody police. I said, I don't care.
With sudden freedom but little direction, Dennis turned to the rugged life of the Northern Territory cattleman, and it was working cattle where Dennis found his true calling.
The older fellas that I grew up with, they used to come back to the home, funny thing, and tell us kids all about it. You want to go, take up ringing, and go out. There's plenty of jobs out there, and so that sort of stuck in my head.
Indigenous ringers made up the majority of the stock camps when Dennis started working in the early 1970s, with pastoral operations often incorporating whole families into their workforce. As there was little technological influence on the cattle industry at this time, these station camps were big, with up to 15 young men all on horseback.
We were pretty keen on our horse stuff, so we had horses and riders.
The top end had become Dennis's home, but he always felt that pull back to Central Australia.
But I knew all along, all those years, that my family was there in Alice Springs. That's where we come from.
In 1975, 13 years after being removed from his home, Dennis restarted his life in Alice Springs. He was managing Loves Creek Station when he met his partner Lee, a Jillaroo from the neighbouring property.
He used to say that he was an old bull that jumped the boundary fence. So thought he was pretty special there. I was pretty love struck, I think. I was like, yep, that's gonna be my man.
Together, they bought a small community shop in Utopia. Then, they took on a cattle station.
Never in our wildest dreams thought that we would own a shop and now lease a cattle station. So we're proud of what we've done for us and our kids.
Bring him up forward. I just generally take the exercise forward, always take him walking forward, because that's what you're going to do.
After all his years on the land, it's in his teaching where Dennis's character thrives.
He's a big part of my life of growing up. I never grew up with my dad and that, and I've always had, I look up to him and Auntie Lee a lot. He's taught me a lot. He's a very loving person. Uncle Dennis, he's good.
But the window to learn from the stockman is closing. 6 months ago, Dennis was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer.
I called him and I was like, think positive, you just have to think positive. And all he said is, we've got to come in because you've got to talk to palliative care. And I was like, oh my God.
For now, Dennis and Lee are focused on their land and their family. Something Dennis knows his parents would have loved to have been a part of.
Oh, they'd be proud. They like to give advice. No, Dad, you can't do it that way, you got to do it this way. Oh, but this is the way we done it, and all that sort. It'd be good. There's nothing more satisfying than being on country. You know that your families have lived it for 40,000 years, and here we are still here, and we still carry that in our spirit and soul.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.